Very good morning to all. We'll start the session shortly. Let's the other people will also join in 3 to 5 minutes. We'll start the sessions. So, a very good morning to all. We are going to start the sessions. I think what other people might be just busy somewhere or something. So, we'll go ahead with this today's sessions where we have to see some kind of very important parts. Where in this particular parts we have to see something like connecting data, different data in the Power Pivot, introductions to DAX functions in Power Pivot, handling large data in Power Pivot, and all the things. So let's we'll try and we'll have to perform here about this. Let's first of all I have to share with one data sets to all so that all can go ahead with perform the same data sets here. So first of all, that's the data sets. So raw data files, I'm just going to all your own. This is a bigger data we taken here about. It's not a small data. It's handling large data in Power BI. We are going to perform here. This this is sample. Just a second. Sending to all. Please check it. So I think I just shared with one data set in one group. Please check it first of all.
Posted in
So
WhatsApp group.
yeah, just forward it. Please check it with your respective WhatsApp group. I just shared it.
Yeah, just received.
That's AC sample XLSX.
Yes.
Each group I shared it, not only one. Yesterday it was a mistake. It's happened from my end. Forget to share. Have to share my screen. So this is a data set we have here about with us. So please see to that. We'll have to work a little bit very good way in the Power BI with the DAX. This is very, very important in the DAX. So, all guys, please just confirm it whether you people are also on the Audish and two people are just communicating. Please just comment in a chats if you're not able to speak. So, this is my data sets. You can see that salesperson, the geography, product, date, amount, boxes, calendar, date, other data as well. So I can store it first of all. So let's today we have to use about Power Pivot and the measures with the DAX. So with the 2020 different or 20 different examples, we'll have to see about the DAX and all the things. So as you are aware it about so if you consider that Power BI as a car, so please remember it. Power Pivot is the something like I can say that engine of that particular car. So if you are considering that Power BI as your car, so Power Pivot is obviously very, very important part, and that is we can call it as the engine of that particular. Okay. So it's very, very important. So already I loaded here. If you can go ahead, whether a lot of data set is there, but I have not loaded yet. So get the data, Excel workbook. I can go ahead with those here. File is in use. So first of all, let's where to close it. Hope my screen is visible with everyone and voice is also audible.
Yes, sir.
You can go ahead and see to it here data that there and all the things. So you can go ahead. There is a locations is there. Okay. And people are is also there. Okay. Sales is there. Product is there. The similar things you also can find out here. For example, I can take as a calendar, locations, people, product, sales. For example, I've taken this particular part. If you want, you can take it as well. There's all the data. It's totally up to you. I'm not going to say that whether you take or not, but I'm just avoiding this particular data, a calendar, this particular part. So what is in data? So in data, you can see that these are the things are present. Other things are also there. Uh, Available here about so locations, people, uh, I can say that, and the cells. One is the geography locations. That's obviously it's come in a pictures about like this particular thing. So let's we can if I will load it, but I will get it in a data. So just see with that time. So creating a connection in a model. Just a minute. Let's we should have to finish it. So this is you can see that calendar locations. Locations you have the two regions. That's the one is geo. These are the two things you might see here. Hope all people are able to upload or the load the data sets in your respective Power BI. If still anyone facing difficulties, so please let me know. I can guide you. so that all can perform the practical implementations for the main agenda of this, that you should able to perform this particular part as well. In the cells, if you can go ahead, this is amount boxes, geography, and all the things is given. So please take a note and try to understand these things is given. This is obviously you can see that table view. Okay. This is a calendar, this is the locations, this is the people, this is a product, this is the cells. Got it? I taken that particular. Now here it's a model. Let's see how to go ahead and check it with the model. Smaller. See that. So there is a connections, or I can just keeping this particular out here. I can take these cells in between on the product instead of the product. I can take the locations as well here. People as it is. So keep that particular part as it is. If you want to, that's you can get the options here. So
Sorry, the Shanmugam this side. I'm just missed. In which screen you are? I'm unable to see all this. Just I have loaded the data, Power BI.
lot of data makes
Shanmugam. I
can
loaded
you
the data.
loaded the data?
Yeah. After that, I didn't see the screen what you are showing.
This see, the first one is a report view. In the report view, if you can see that this is the data you might seen. Can you hear me?
Yes. I've seen all these data. I have loaded this.
So after that, this is the table view. That's what are the tables are present. So the calendar and all these tables are there. There is a one more that DAX query view that's later on we can come here about this particular. So this is a model view. If you can see that. So I just click on the model view. If you can go ahead and see to that.
Okay. Yeah, I'm getting now. Thank you.
If any questions is there from anyone, please just comment it so that we can go ahead and just see to it that. So let it be. I just taken the product here. You can take anywhere, any place is there. Totally fine. Suppose if I want to keep this product here, locations here. Now, according to the location, sorry. So that's the data set is about like I can say that AW or that kind of a data set. So you're getting all the AC. So that's the name of the awesome chocolate. You can consider the data set of the awesome chocolate. That record is very big record is there. It's not a very small data set. It's near about 56,000 or something like the rows are there. So this is about the things is given. Uh, there is something we'll have to. Oh, sorry. Cells geography is, for example, if I will doing this particular part, this is known as a relationship. We are just going to create about the relationship here. Please take a note. If I will take here about this date as well, and just clicking on this to this about, so it making about the relationship. For example, if I'm just cardinality is many to one to one, or cross filtrations is about single and one. This is about that very important. Many to one or one to many. You can see that first of all. Like here, So first of all, you should understand about this relationship concept here. Just like this particular relationship, this is many to one relation is there. This star is representing as the many, and this one is representing as the one. Please take it. This is many, and this is one. This particular part, if again, it's about like this many to one relation. Please take a note of that particular thing. This star is representing many to one about this particular part. Now here also we can find the, or you can go ahead in the manage relations. So you can see that if you want to remove that relationship in the models, you can go ahead and perform this particular part as well. That's totally fine. Okay. Uh, so this is about something is already given. I'm not going to change it. So which people are selling? So this like picture, salesperson, teams. This is the main important in the sales data. Obviously, the location is still I'm not connected. The calendar I'm not connected, and the product is connected. Product is obviously the connected here. So so which locations the selling is going to happen? That is going to be stored in the locations table, and the product is obviously there. That's product, and what chocolates we are selling is about the product table. So, so please take a note of that particular part. This is something the relation is given. We have to understand it. Now here about it's given about the new relations, manage
Sir, one question.
relations. So if we can go ahead with the auto detect, for example, auto detect, if I will go ahead, auto detect is also found no new relations because auto detect whatever the relations is there, it's automatically is there. But if you want to go ahead in the new relations, please take on this particular things. So from tables, if I'm taking as the first of all the locations, and to the table, if I'm looking at the cells, now you have to see to it that, for example, this is a in the locations column or locations table, the geo is India, USA, Canada, region is the APAC, Americas. And if you can go ahead in this particular part of the cells table, you can see that, for example, if I will take the geo and with this particular, all this particular part as it is, so this is one to many relations, or I can take as the one to many relations. If I will just click it, okay, make this relationship active, what's going to be happen here? So hopefully it will work, started working. So just see to it that I just define here that one to many relations. So just a second. Mouse is a little bit problematic here today. Just a relation. I'm just showing about that model, how you can create a manager relationship here. So I just connected here. Obviously, it's a location, so I just connected with the geography. So it's one to many. That's particular relations we are going to see here about here. So again, one to many relations we are seeing here about. If you want just calendar, you can go ahead in a manage relationship, new relationship, you can go ahead and perform it. For example, if I'm taking as this, which table is there about last one is waiting just a second to check his calendar. So suppose new relations, if it is there, calendar is there, and cells is our main. So you can see that date is there and the calendar is there. Suppose if I'm going to one relations. So call what error you will see that column date in table cells contains a duplicate value, and this is not allowed for columns on the one side of many to one relationship or for columns that are used as a primary key of table. Similarly, one to many, if I will go ahead, automatically accept it. If I will come here about many to many, again, it's this relationship accordingly many to many. This should only be used. It is expected that neither columns date and date contains unique values, and that is significantly different behavior of many relationship is understood. Then if I will get about one to one, so many to one is also not possible. So obviously you have to follow the one to many. 100% it's going to be possible here. And you can see to it here about this relationship is also going to be possible here. You can see to it here about this relationship is also we are going to perform. If anything you want to remove it, any relations, uh, you can go ahead and remove the relation as well, just like new manage relationship in the ribbons. If you can go ahead and just see to it that that is a manage relationship. So add, edit, or remove relationship between the tables. Now here, when I just perform this particular part or this particular things, this is a relations, automatically it's saved. So obviously it's going to be when you click it, obviously this model is going to be saved here. Now coming to the picture of this uh, dot. Now we are looking to the Power Pivot. As I told that if your Power BI is a car, then Power Pivot is the engine. That's most important part. We are always considering about this particular part. So, and the DAX will play a very important role here. So I'm coming to this particular part. This is a report view here about this particular stuff. Example, the question is, I can ask about like what is the total money generated from the cells. So just like if you can go ahead and check it from the cells, what are the columns are present. If you can go ahead with the table, you can go ahead with the, this is amount is given. Okay. Cells, person is given, geography is given, product is, date is. If you go, if you see that the sales table here, it's there is an amount is there. You can see that amount is. So the amount is obviously available. So you can go ahead and check it about the amount. This how many rows and how many columns are there about this particular thing. So obviously the question is that how many amount we generated here, total amount. So obviously we have to calculate it. So I just want to add amount columns about like a total amount. So very important part. Please take a note of this. This is how we can go ahead and create it about this particular things. So this is my cells. In the cells, if you click as a right click, then you can see that in the new measures is there. You can see that the new measures, new columns, new quick measures, refresh data, edit query, manage relationship, incremental. So the first one you can see that that is the present is the new measures. Means I'm looking in the my cells table here. So if, also if you can go ahead and check it about this particular thing. So the new measure is there. You can see to it that just select the respective table here. So for example, I selected the respective table. That is my cells table. So the new measures is available here. So just see to it that I just enter in the new measures. So when I click in the new measures, just see to it that once I will get it here about this particular part. So it will take a working on it, or it will take us just little bit of 1 or 2 seconds, or sometime it will depends on the system as well. So it will take some time as a 5 to 5 second as well to perform the operations. So please take a note of this particular things. So the new measures you can give, it's totally up to you. Whatever name you want to give, you can give it the name as well. So I can give the name as the total amount. So total amount I created. Anyone wants speaking something? So the name you can give up to your choice about like this is I'm writing about like this particular DAX formula. DAX formula, it's very, very important. You can go ahead and just check it in the in Microsoft documentations. So I'm just going to calculate about the total amount here for this particular thing. So total amount, how it's going to be possible? Obviously, we have to use the summation, so the sum or something. So suppose if I will write sum, you will get automatically suggestions here. So you need to specify the respective table name first of all, which tables you are looking. So obviously our table name is the cells. So you can see that the cells and which columns you are looking, that's the column of the amount column. So when I click it, this particular part, you can just see to it that some cells amount, and if I will complete it, this particular things. Once you write about one or two later of that respective functions, automatically auto suggestions will come in a pictures and you can definitely use it about according to your requirements. And when you click as an enter here, you can just see to it that it's working on it. So the working on it is done it. You can see that total, if you can go ahead. So we have to go ahead and I'm using this card here. This card, I can use it about this particular part or this card. And if I will use about this particular total amount. So you can see that the 46 million total amount is going to be generated. So the sales amount or the total, the sales amount of that particular, so the total amount will come on the top and I can see that total amount as it is, which is not given about in your in your data frame, or we can consider is in your data sets or in your table as well. So hope everyone able to calculate it. I always use prefer the card or that particular things. Yes, anyone want to say something?
Sir, one question. In my no, system, measure tools is not visible for me. Do we need to enable it so from somewhere?
Majors table.
I could see only table tools in that top actually. I don't see a menu with that actually in the screen.
Share your screen. I can see it if possible.
1 second, sir. Let me do that. I sent a screenshot, sir. Because I'm using it from a different system. In the WhatsApp, I just sent a screenshot.
Not able to present.
Yeah, yes, sir, because I'm doing it from the different system, sir.
You connected with the different system.
Yeah.
We can do now. What options you are getting?
I just sent it in this WhatsApp group, sir.
Okay, you just sent on a WhatsApp. So just let me check.
I think I missed one step, I think.
No. So click on the report view. Na, you are in the this particular part. So that's why you are not going in the majors tools. Please take a note of that. But you can see that in the cells, if you can go ahead, just same things you will might see in the cells. If you can go ahead, there is a new majors. So you can go ahead in the new majors directly from here as well and just write the majors, whatever I did here.
1 second, sir.
Hope my screen is visible.
Oh, 1 second, sir. 1 second.
Or you can go in the report view, click on the cells and do the right click. While doing the right click on the cells table, you can see that right tables, there is a new majors is the first options, the select and then the new majors is there.
Yes, sir. I got it.
Okay.
Now I need to total amount, right?
Yeah. So I just defined that's one, the total amount. And I use about the summations here about this particular part. So I'm getting about this output here. as the 46 million of this particular. So 46 million total count amount is there. So if I'm just going to deleting about this particular part, for example, that's already you are aware it. There is a, you can see that the matrix and there is a table, if you can see. I taken about the table. Using a table is a great way to understand about this particular part. With the table, definitely it's very easy to understand. And in the, when you use about the graphical representations, you will see the trends and that patterns as well. And as compared to the table and these graphical representations, obviously, I can say that the table view or the table way we can easily understand, because reading or the learning the charts or learning the graph to everyone is difficult. So I want need to see about the location basis, for example. So I can go ahead with the locations. You can see that locations is there. If it is, so geo is on the values, I can take as this particular part. So the values I taken here about this. So I can taken about the next one as this particular as the total amount. So this is a very easiest way I can get the understanding about this particular part. You can see to it with this particular value. Take the different headers and all the things, but let's keep as it is. So what I did here about that, just see to it that and check it here. This particular part. Just a second, and the mouse is something problematic here today.
Sir, my total amount is not reflecting at my end.
Did a mistake, that's why. Check it. Why it's not reflecting? It's here, it's reflecting. You can see to it in my place here. It's
Do I
totally.
need to? No, sir, not in this step. I am on the previous step. Actually, my laptop was lagging. So I am on the previous step. Do we need to select card, and after that I need to select the amount so it will reflect the.
It will reflect. After selecting the card, if you have the card, for example, you can see to it that. Or if you have the cards, I'm selecting the card as well, and selecting about the total amount. Definitely, I will get the 46 million. Just check it at your end as well. What about others, guys? You people are getting or not? Still, you people are also feeling a different.
For me, all the values remain same. Like Australia also showing 46 million and Canada also 46 million, like that only. It's just, I mean, each and every value showing us same, remains same for every
How it's good.
region.
Where you have put it the value? I think you put it somewhere else the value, so that's why you
No,
are
column
getting
only.
some.
In column only.
But why it's going to be same value? The same data sets we have. Why it's going to be? What you use in the formula? Total amount formula. What was the formula?
Let me check.
It's a sum.
Sum only.
Then table name, cells, then the column names, that's the amount. How did it? Guys, what about others? Only 2 people are doing the practical implementation, so other people are also doing. Yes, dear. Please go ahead.
Yes.
Please communicate with me. That's
Yeah,
we know
it is
first.
working fine with me, sir.
Okay, fine. At least just communicate. At least just ping. Write at least one thing in the chat. That's whether you people are doing or not. Otherwise, only
Sir,
2-3 people are
Sir,
giving
I
the
am not
response.
getting the location. Like I am clicking
Location.
both the geo and total amount, but it's not reflecting on the table.
Can you share your screen?
Yes,
Possible?
sir. Yes, sir.
You just share it.
Yeah.
At least I have to see to it that what exactly is going on. Okay, go to the model. Go to the model. See the first. No, just listen. Left in the left side. Go to the left side. Yeah, the first is a report view. Second is a table view, and the third one is a model view.
Yeah.
Third one. Yeah. Go to the model view. So the geo is connected with you about this particular things. So why still it's not showing to you? Just let's see again about this particular stuff. Now go to the report view. Okay. And the columns you selected about the geo, right?
If I'm only selecting the geo, I am getting it. I am getting all the things, but it's not showing for total amount as well.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come to the filter. Open the filters.
Filters. Okay.
What it's written, geo is all. Written the geo is all for. It's all. So why it's your people are not getting?
uh,
So now it's reflecting correct at my end.
Okay.
For Australia, Canada, India, and New Zealand, and rest other geo, it's showing me the different value, and the submission is displaying at the bottom.
Okay. 46, right?
Yes, 46086887, like that.
Yeah. That is 46 about like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, correct. Absolutely correct. As it is showing on your screen.
Now the formula is total amount is equal to sum open brackets sales amount and close bracket. That is what I have done. What you have done, the remains same done. But for me, all the regions having same value like 46 million. I don't know why.
What is the formula you written in the total amount? Just show me.
Formula
Sorry,
for total amount.
Just do
total amount
the
is
Yeah.
equal.
sum cells amount. Okay, fine. That's total column is right. Okay, fine. Go to it. Again, the report view. Think about the filtration or what you applied it to. Sharma, right now?
Yeah.
When you are not applying about the total amount, all the locations are showing, right?
Yes. Yes.
No, it's only Australia and Canada issue. Yeah.
No,
Now
it's
go to the total amount again. It's showing only your total amount only.
yeah.
Of this. Geo is all. If you need to geo is all here.
Maybe something is wrong in the model view.
Model. Okay, go to the model view. Check the relationship. Go to the manage relationship. Check with this cells geography location geo what exactly it's showing.
Page location geo, this one.
Cells location cells person. No. So that is the
Okay.
problem.
That's
You
the problem.
selected
Okay.
this cells person.
Geography, yeah.
You have to select the cells geography.
Okay.
You have to select the cells geography about this. So that's the problem you are getting. So go ahead. Go ahead
Yeah,
in that.
okay.
No. Go ahead.
So I did the correct. It's showing me now correctly. No, it's
Again,
showing everything.
no.
Okay.
Go to the model view. Go to the model view. Go to the manage relationship. Okay. First of all, where it's geography, location, geo, the you NX. First of all, do this close, delete that relationship
Okay.
and make it a new relationship. First, select about the location table, locations, and select the cells table. First, select the cells table.
Geo, right?
No, that to the two table. Go to the next part.
Okay.
Yeah, select the cells. Select the geography here. Geography. Not too many. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Save it. Close it. The report view.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
It's yeah. So one more person is also getting the same one about the same
Yeah, I have.
outcome.
I, yeah, I
So please
have
follow
followed
the
the
same
same,
step.
but now I have got it. I got it. I'm following this. I have followed the same. I got it.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, welcome. So please check it about the relation as well about like if we are going to use about sorry my screen is visible with everyone or not not right.
No, sir. No.
Not this. Just can you go back to the relationships screen, sir?
There is a
Not this one.
relationship.
Manage
I'm here.
relationships. Manage. I just wanted to rebuild it. I'm just reopened it
So
again
you
from
can go ahead. There's this manage a relationship. I just did it here. Two relations
same.
I got the auto detect. The other relations I created. If you can see that I shown you about like how I created with the locations with my cells and the product with my cells as well as the no date with the cells is also I created here. You can see that this too I created it. So obviously we have to see the proper columns like in the geography, it's a location column. And if you are going to select with the persons columns, that will be the problems you will get it while doing about the selecting about the locations point of view. If the persons belongs to only that particular regions, only you will get that particular value only. So that's why you might getting only two values about Australia, Canada, about that Mukul Sharma I'm talking to you. So might be you are getting only two countries or two locations values because you selected about the persons or that particular part. So that might be the problems you can see, but you have to say, check it just like the date, the calendar columns, the table. Sorry, not my mistake. The calendar table. There is a obviously calendar tables, and in the cells there is a date columns. So date columns and the calendar date is going to be a relationship I did here. So that relationship I did it, and definitely hope everyone understand till here and able to create it using this. So
Yes,
I
sir.
just created one things here, one new measures here. You can see that how I created. You can create a multiple measures according to your requirements. In DAX, there are a lot of functions are available. I just created about this particular. Why I'm getting only 7 million here? Anyone is there? Can anyone answer me this particular part? Why I'm getting this
Because,
7?
because it is selected over there in the table UK, and the
Yeah,
value is around 7
yeah, 7
million.
percent. So that's why if I will select about only in India, that I will get about the 8 millions. See, also there is in filters, you can select it. You can go ahead and check it about in the filter as well. If you can go ahead here, go ahead here. So there is obviously in the geo that's is using for the all. If you are selecting only this particular reflect referring countries like only US, UK, you can do it. Basic filtering is there about this particular things. We applied it here. If you want to lock it, lock the filters. Total amount is there. If you want to select about showing less than, greater than, but I make it the thing simple here right now. No need to make it the things as a complex, but just try to understand about we created. Okay. So this is we did a one calculation logic with the help of this new measures functions in Power BI. So we have to calculate something more about here. So how many geography we have? 2, 4, and 6. So we just, if you remember it, we just if you want to check it, so you have to do the double click here on the total amounts. This is just we given the logics here. How to my new measures or that particular things. Automatically it's created. Power BI have that automated functions, automatically, and we define the relationship here. Already we defined the relationship here, the locations with the geography with this particular part. That means automatically it's understand about there is a 6 geographic locations is Australia in the geography, followed by the cells here from this particular, and you are getting the amount here. So that is the working scenario of that particular. So so just remember it how we can do it about this particular part. So now format. Obviously, I created about this DAX query or DAX functions. With the help of the DAX, I created about the logics, but we have to present it the filtering and all the things. Let's see that I selected the total amount. The see to it that about this particular part, there is a major tools. About you can see that when I select my majors here about this particular part, I will get it about the this particular major tools automatically while selecting about in the ribbons. But if when I will pick up about this particular part, I will not see about these major tools. So please take a note. This is a very, very important part because people are just using and forgetting about doing the filtering and all the options. So these are the some important tasks we'll have to follow it. So I'm just selecting about the total amounts. Now I'm getting about the major tools here. But there is a lot of things you can see that. So formatting area, you can see that for the formatting, if in the dollars or the auto about like this, about this, if I need about in a dollars, I can select about into dollars. You can see that. If you need an auto, if you need an in the zero about in this particular part, if I will write as the zero, what I will get. We can see to that. So this is obviously the filtering is very important. If you need to do about any filtrations or anything, so you can go about your respective measures. This all things are this name, total amount. If you need to change it, you need to take the home table, the currency. If you need in the rupees, you can go ahead with the rupees as well. With this particular part, you will get it about. So just remember it about this particular part of the filtrations if you want to apply it. So I'm going to create one more pure, not pure. I'm going to do one more DAX here. So let's how we can go ahead in the cells. You can see that box. Like I'm going to add one more measures. How many boxes we are doing here? So we have to how we can go ahead. I'm going to again in the cells. There is a new measures. See new column, new table, all the things you can create it. That's not an issue about here. It'll be pure about this particular thing. So just remember it. This is a very important part we are following. So the new total boxes. What will be the formula I can give it? It's the same that is some what I can get it about the cells boxes. Close it, close bracket. So I did it. So this is done it. Total boxes. If I want to add here only this particular part as well, it's a little bit bigger here so that all can see and all can visible. Just press the control and about the minus. Obviously, you will get it about plus minus. Just make it bigger a little bit. So this filter I can keep the outsides. Now one more columns I just need to add it here in this particular part as the total boxes. Let's make it bigger. Now you can see to that how easy the calculations we are performing here in the Power BI. If I will go ahead in the total boxes about this particular part. If I will go ahead with the comma formatting about this, you can go ahead and just apply this particular part. This looks more precious. This is one more measures I created. I can so just see to it that in this particular part in the table view, if I will go ahead about mouse is something a little bit and I'm not too much handy with using the laptop pad. What happened with the mouse here today? Working properly. That's why today I'm a little bit slow because using about this. So I'm coming here about the table view, and here of the sales tables, I can see that salespersons, geography, product, bakers, and whatever the bakers and chocos, chips, date is. So, so let's count the number of rows of the shipments. So I can go ahead again and calculate in the shipment cells. You can go ahead in the report view. To say any places we can calculate it. It's not like we have to always go come here and the cells view. That's report view and you have to calculate it. You can come here and just again go ahead and the new measures. You can go ahead about this. This is a new measures is also created. Shipment. So I can use about the shipment. Sorry. Shipment count. Shipment count is equal to so count rows functions, count rows, you can see that. So I'm using about the cells because only one shipment is there. There is no specified. When I will about this particular part, you can see that. So shipment count is also there. So this is something if you want to add it here, you can add it here as well. Shipment count as it is. So you can see that shipment count is also added here. See to it that. If you need some filtrations or something, you have to do it. So you can go ahead in the total shipment count. See, three majors I created. Hope everyone can get able to create it. If you use about this comma or something, you can do it according to this. It's totally up to you. So no need to go ahead. Obviously, this is a geo total amount. Suppose for Australia, if you want to see about these total boxes with the amount, and you want to see about like the shipment count as it is, so 1578 as it is, you can go ahead and calculate it. So this is the way you can calculate it according to the different. And delete this particular piece because whenever sorry, I can take it that particular part directly. So store this particular part. So hope everyone able to create till here. So
Yes, sir.
how it's
Yes.
broken down with each geography, it's like the shipment counts in the table. If you can go ahead to the table, just questions. I'm just doing that. This is the uh, amount, boxes, and all things is only a common or one shipment is there. So obviously, I just count about the shipment count. If there will be a multiple shipments provider, the courier provider should be there. So I can go ahead and say that I can calculate the different shipments clients or the companies as well. But only the common shipment is there. So obviously I can go ahead and calculate about the all the rules. So that's why I've used which function here about that counting the rules. This is obviously the logic should comes from your brain. The logic is always important whenever we have to calculate it. So I just want to calculate the shipment counts. Obviously, I have to calculate the rows of the cells. Definitely, I will get the shipment counts for each geographic locations or each locations like Australia, Canada, India, or the others as well. So formatting is totally up to you. What format you uh, this is the example.
So
Yes,
actually, I'm not able to zoom in my the output.
it means not getting.
Can I share you my screen?
Yes, share it.
Is it visible at your end, sir?
Hmm.
This one I'm talking about. This one, sir. When I'm trying to zoom it, not
Click on the
zoom.
control and plus. You have to press it.
Control M.
Control and plus. Click there. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Got it. Got it. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So what about other guys? You are able to create it yet or not? Total boxes, ship count. You can calculate it, any other values as well as from your end.
Done, sir.
So this is my table. Everything's what are the happening like total amount, total boxes, shipments for this chocolates sales about that particular things. Let's I can go ahead and putting in some filter here. So this is something of per filter the slicer. I can take it about this. Just I just taken here about this filter and the slicer. So I can make it smaller a little bit. It's not supporting me. That's the problem. See, if you want to do something other design or other background, you can take it according to your choice. That's already I taught during the first sessions how. Keep this particular part as it is. Yes. The visual border I can introduce. So that's just want to take this particular part. Okay. So I just taken about just separating about this particular, considering this is the information I have about this from the geographic locations, total amount, total boxes, shipment count, and all things. So I just selected one more about things like the slicer or the filter, we can call it as this. So I can take, so I am just taking in the product. You can see that this is a product, uh, the products tables, and from that product category, I just taken this particular part. Let's take a note of that. So in the field, I can select about this, add a data field. So I selected about the bar. So this is the products categories is available, like the bars, bites, and the others about this particular products of this chocolate company. So three different categories of the products we have. So if you want to just check with the bars, you can go ahead. Someone was asked on the day one, like how to use about this slicer and all the things. So obviously this is the way you can use it best, utilize it. You can create it and you can find out as well. So this is the way you can create it, or you can check it with the bars, like how much the total revenue, total amount, or total boxes, or total shipment counts are there. You can take out the bytes if you want to bytes as well. You can split the others as well, and you can write some conclusions on that particular analysis. So automatically all things is going to be changes. Why it's going to be automatically changes here? Because of this model. Please take a note of that particular. This is a very, very important. Like the product is already connected with your cells, and from the cells is connected with your locations. So that is a very, very important part. Please try to understand your model view, and the model should be connected properly. Just like earlier, two or three people's are models are not connected properly, so they might get the different results when we apply about the sum of that particular part. So Power BI is something like for the automations or to minimize the manual work. So if your model is properly connected, model view at the model is connected. The cells is we consider as the major or the main part or main table, and that table is connected with the different two, three, four tables about that particular parts. And if it is not connected with proper connection, which is just like geography is not connected, was the with the geography, or the geo is not geos, or the locations table was not connected with the properly geography. So that's why we received something problems or errors. So similarly, you have to select with the product. Here you can see that products, you can see that product we connected with this particular part properly, and we are able to get it here as the output. So just see to it that automatically again I can go ahead with this visuals, and slicer setting is also there, title effects. I'm not going with the titles and the effects. If you need the slicer positions, so I can go ahead with this color background. If I will take it the same color, it's not looking proper. So it's something like this. This is something visual border. I can basically take its visual border. On rounded corners, you can take the rounded corners as it is. Totally up to you. So all the designs are also available. Just like we can take it of this particular width, how much you want it. about if I will quantify two, sorry, two. So this looks something proper or the separated between each others. Category, obviously, you can give the title as well. It's totally up to you. You want to give the title, uh, general, the title on off. You can see the title. If you want to give any titles, you can give the title for anything. That's already I thought during the first session. So this kind of a filtering process is one that happens and first, and then the calculation is happening here. Output first filters the data and then calculate the data about this particular part. So, so this is the first example of the measures I given where we did about the three measures. If you see that total amount, total boxes, shipment counts, and then we use about categories something. So we have to move ahead for further one. One of the key concept of this in the DAX, the measures are the reusable. Like, yes, anyone want to say something? It's created 2-3 measures here. If you can see it with that, this particular data sets. Like in the sales columns, I created about that's I can I see I have the total amount here. I have the shipment counts. Okay, so I'm coming on questions here. I want to calculate amounts per shipments. As I told that in DAX, the measures are reusable. Measures are reusable. What it means about the reusable? So as in here we calculated about the three, just like I have the total amount, total box and shipment counts. So with the help of that three measures, or consider two measures like total amount and the shipment counts, can we calculate about amount per shipments? So let's be able to check it with the new measures. So again, I can go ahead here in the cells. See, these all the things are not there. So in the cells, you can go ahead with the new measures. So you can just create it about this particular in the cells and going to, you can go ahead with this particular part as well. So the new measures, working on it. You can see to it here. The amount per ship is equal to, this is the first one way that's I'm just showing about like sum cells and the amount divided by, I think, this particular things divided by count rows of cells. Get it? Yeah. So working on it. See that amount per we are getting here amount per we are getting here. So this was my table. I can, so what is the, I can select this particular part and selecting this amount per shipment. This is something we are getting here. about this. You can check it. So we are getting here, that's the amount per shipment. Please try to understand if you want to go ahead and just do some, it's amount. So we calculate it in the dollar, so we can keep this, it is in the dollar. If you want in a decimal, so you can make it in a zero or something. So like a zero, if I will go ahead. So this is something we are getting about $5 something for the per shipment, amount per shipment we calculate. This is a one way we calculate it. We have the total amount. So you can sort out as well about on the basis of the bars as well, like the bars you have this the shipments and these bytes or these others. There's all the basis of this. Some more filtrations you can apply. So automatically the Power BI have that capacity and that will provide you about the result. So this is some I just provided about the key in the DAX or the logic to the DAX, and automatically my Power BI is capable to calculate this amount per shipment. So I just define about this particular thing. So just see to it that, and you should able to calculate it. This is the one way I do it. So as I called about reusability concepts, like I during the starting part of I told as uh, in Power BI or in DAX, the measures are the reusable. So measures are reusable. So when I'm talking means how I can use that my measures for further calculations or further utilizations. So again, I can go ahead in the cells here. You can just go ahead and check it. New measures. Again, I can go ahead about this particular, and we can give this. I can give this particular APS2. I can get square bracket, selecting about this, seeking that total amount, and divided by selecting about this brackets amount not per shipment part. See to it that. So this is the one other way you can calculate it. So this is the we can calculate it here. You can see to it that APS2 is calculated here. So I'm just going to make it, this is a more smaller because it's only having this. So the APS is also coming in a picture, APS2. So you can see that the same value we are getting here, but here we not still not selected about or any different values. A dollar, make it 0. Same result we are getting here. Just see to it that. So that's why I told about that measures are the reusable. Not about from my own way. I'm saying that, but why the this particular part are the reusables? I'm just telling to you. Please use it and calculate it. So I created already the measures, and with the help of this measures, you reuse that idea for further calculations or the further analysis as well. So I'm getting the same results. If you are not using about the filters, you can just remove that filters. You'll get that exact idea and all the things. So same idea and same things you can see to it here, and you can utilize it. So please remember it. So we use the, but you once always remember it about that particular part. That's this method is faster as compared to your the previous one. So that's why as a Power BI developers, there people are most utilizing about this. they are always reuse the measures for the calculations point of view. Okay, so we have to. Okay, so I'm just giving one word to all. Calculate amount per box shipment to all. Please do the calculations. Amount per box shipment. Have we calculated? Amount per box measures. Can we do it? Anyone?
We'll try it now, sir.
Yeah, just try it. You have only 5 minutes, not more
Yeah.
than that, because we are using the DAX, so it's not taking too much time. Please do it. All please go ahead and perform it without.
Amount per box is $15.21.
Okay, I'm just checking with my way as well. I can go ahead with the cells, tweaking with the new measures. Just let's verify it. Very good. If you calculate it, APB, amount per boxes. So I'm using the measures, so amounts per shipment, not total amount, divided by total boxes. Right? So definitely I will get it. APB here. Here. With new one more measures, we calculate it here. So this is something about like this. If you, it's a amount. We are talking about the amounts. So it's a duty that you have to make a habit of creations of this. So I can take it same format, not maintaining the different way, keeping as the zero decimal for this particular. So this is something like I'm getting. So just see to it that $15 per boxes we are getting here. Is the same we are getting or different? So this is the benefit of the using the reusable the measures. If you want to calculate it with the table base, you can calculate with the table base, but this is the faster way. I always suggest that as a Power BI users, you always utilize it, the measures, and it's very fast. You can use it. So around 15.12, 15.13, if you remove it, that particular is in auto about this particular part. So you can see to it that. Like one, what I will get, so you can see that this kind of an output you will get. So just see to it that one more way I can go ahead and just, this is also one more way you can calculate it. Please take a note of that's APB2. I can calculate it here. APB. Hope everyone able to calculate the APB one or APB. I think like all people get the answer or receive the result.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So APB2 I'm taking here. That's average per boxes. So there is a function called as the divide. If you can go ahead with the divide, you can see to it that divide functions. It's a denominator alternative results with ability to handle divide by zero case. So if I will get is a total amount, comma, so total boxes. It's about no boxes. It's particular as the no boxes. So if I will go ahead with this, I'm using here. Here you will get a result zero. Or the same you are getting because your data you can see to it that. So why we are getting a something a different here results? Why? Anyone? Any idea?
So
Because
can
the
you please
filter is still
show me?
pending.
So can you please show me
It's
the APB formula? What formula did you use?
a just a second. You can see that divide total amount, total boxes.
So only APB, not APB2, sir.
APB is just a second.
It's total amount by total boxes.
Yeah, APB is just a second. Just going the formatting here. It's coming 1 minute. So APB is there. Total amount APB. Sorry, you are asking about the APB. So total amount divided by total boxes.
Yes, I got it.
So there are various things you can calculate for the single terms. The beauty of this, all these measures as you build once and use everywhere. So in a geographical perspective, I can go ahead in the next table. Next, this particular parts, obviously I zoom it, so that's why you will getting this kind of things. So calculated with, I can give this geographical. Geographicals we taken, that's why I just given the name here. Uh, I can take this new table, visualizations. This particular part I can go ahead and taking the column as this particular as the what I can say that particular people I can taking is the people. So I'm taking with the salesperson. So just see that these all are my salespersons. Please take a note of this particular part and make it a little bit bigger. So these all are the, so I can make it a little bit smaller, this particular part. So these are your salesperson of the data sets. So I can take as the APB2. You can take anything like APB2. I am taking over the APB2 here. You can see the IPv2 is as it is. In this particular box here, this is salesperson, taken as the APB2 here. So this particular part is done it here. I just already created. If you want to go ahead in the APB2, in this particular, if anything is need to change in this particular part. So that's the benefit of the DAX. I created one time the majors and I can use everywhere, anywhere. About this is like APS2, I can calculate it as well. APS2 also I selected here. So this is very, very important. Please take a note. So this particular measures, I can go ahead and I can say that this particular measures is we can talk with the salesperson basis. This is not about the geographical way. I'm talking about this particular. So this is a salesperson, or you can take any particular things like in the salesperson, I taken about this particular things. If you want to the team, you can go ahead with the team as well. So according to that, you can see to it that this particular thing. Let's So per shipment is how much, per box is how much. That's you can go ahead and see to it that, and you will get the idea about this particular part as well. So very, very important. So we have to looking to see some if function in DAX. Example, hypothetically, I can say that how many internal targets per shipment you should make it 4,800 plus. If anybody is exceeding the 4,800 plus, just like here, this is a 5,000, it's a 6,000 about this per shipment or anything, so you can take it like in the per boxes as well. If you have to conditions like how many of you exceeding target of the 14.8 or 15.3 exceeding. So above the 15.3 or that will comes in a picture scenario or the 14.9. So if any certain conditions will comes, I want to visually identify them, and anybody is not making, or if anybody, this is about the salesperson I'm talking. So if anybody is not going to make it that particular conditions or that a target, so I want to visualize them as well. Like those who fulfill or those who are exceeding, those who are not exceeding about the requirements or about the conditions or about the targets. I want to visualize both of them. How it's going to be possible, how it's going to be. This is we can use about the if formula. So if you have to meet the target, then this, else about this. Those who are already familiar with this, some programming language, they are aware it about this if why we are using. So I can give about this particular part here. I can go ahead again the cells, any tables you want to, where you want to create it, you can create it. If you want to create in the people list, you have to select with the people. And if you can go ahead with the new majors, please take a note. I can go ahead in the new majors. So the new majors will be created here in this particular people table. It's not going to be created in the cell. So please take a note of that particular things. But wherever you are going to create it, you can use anywhere. So that is the beauty of this DAX query or the DAX functions. Please take a note. So like APS target chief words. We can just give the name. Sorry if any spelling mistake is going. Or I can write achieved. I can write it. But always remember it that whenever you are giving this about the majors names, you have to specify the things, but it's not like that you have to write about the 100 characters with characters naming of the majors. No, please take a note of that particular things. You have to specify it at the particular points, whether your stakeholders or anyone can understand when he is going to perform that particular respective task. So APS target achieved, I just given it. It's totally of APS means, hope you understand, I am talking about the shipments. So that's why APS I selected here. So please take a note of that particular things. APS is short form I written as in this particular parts amount per shipment. So target, or I can give the question mark as well here. That's it's going to be possible or not. So if, so I'm going to write about the if formula. So if I'm going to apply the if formula here, formula we can avoid use about the APS. Obviously, you have these APS columns. That's we selected APS2. Just one second. Sorry for inconvenience. Sorry for inconvenience causing during that. So let's we can move ahead. As already we have this APS2, something like that. Whatever we calculated here about this particular value calculated here is which particular Alex I will check it. This is something we already calculated here. Sorry. So this is not done it here. So I can take as the APS. So APS, which one we taken is APS2, I think we taken here. APS2 and which for shipments. So I'm taking about this APS report. So please take it this particular part. So if conditions, if APS2 is greater than, I'm just giving the conditions randomly conditions 4,600. And write about the yes or no. And when I click about the target, it's going to be coming here about this, just giving the conditions yes or no. So you can see it. So just coming to this particular in the where we created about this APS target. So just see with that. This is I just selected here about again. I selected this particular part. And I can go ahead and just mouse is sorry for today's, but with mouse is really difficult for me. Yeah. So you can just go ahead and just see to it that. So I just given the target about this particular 4,600 or something like that. So just like I given about the question mark as well as in the column. So we have to see that full columns here about this achieve. So you can see to it that it's yes or no. So this is 4753 because the condition was 4,600. And those who are achieved, not achieved, it's coming as the no because 4, 5, 60, 4, 9, that's yes. And then when it is not achieved, APS2 is you can see to it that. So hope everyone might getting and everyone reaching this result as well. Few steps not able to come up with the value. What what problems you are facing, Raj?
Just a few steps actually. For not able to come up to this number. Actually, I missed in the previous thing as well. So I didn't, bring this AP2 actually, APP and AP2. So sorry, you can continue, sir. Otherwise, I will, once you complete this, I will ask. Or shall I share the screen?
So this is about just we set up with the conditions. You can go ahead and check it about the conditions. So this is the condition we written about this. If APS target achieved, this is the name of the measures. If it is greater than zero, put a yes. Otherwise, this is simple. DAX query is very simple. Please take a note of that particular things. That's why it's very simple. DAX query we always consider about this particular part. DAX query is something we should always remember. It's a very easy part about. So as I told, I asked about this particular I want to just visualize or I want to just show to the stakeholders those who achieved about the target or not, or those who achieved about this APS2 target like the 4600. So I just given the condition. The condition might be anything. So that's yes or no. You are getting. Just see to it this particular part. So a lot of measures is already be created here. So please take a note of that particular part. So measures is so please see to it that a lot of measures is already be created. So measures are aggregates. Please take a note of that particular things. Like the columns, if you can go ahead with the tables and you can go ahead in this particular, for example, if you go ahead about this, say that cells tables. So this is the aggregate of this. We calculated about this total amount. Total amount is something about the aggregate of this amount. And boxes is similarly, that's total boxes, shipment count. It's total counting the rows. About that count rows, we so measures are aggregates. Single value is a number sum. It's take a note and try to understand it. So, but we also created some text as well. Here, if you can see that, here we also created the text, yes, no, or no, something we created here. So just try to understand about these things. Total
So
count, rows, total amount, total boxes. I'm getting the numbers, APB, APB2, APS, and all the things, but the target achievements. Also, measures are aggregated from table or the other measures as well. Please take a note, like we just calculated about the APB2 for that particular value with the help of the measures as well. So this is important things. Please try to understand about this, all these things. So
can
measures are
you?
aggregates. Yes,
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. So can you please go once again on the table view?
yes, I'm in a table view.
Yes, sir. This one. And can you just click on amount per shipment, APB and APB2? Just wanted to check the formula for each because my numbers are not correct as per your numbers. Means the amount. Is so what is this no boxes stands
Which boxes?
for APB2?
These are the same amount per boxes. This is just calculated with the help of this measures, and this is
No,
just
not this one, sir.
calculated.
APB2. Can you please click on APB2, sir?
Yeah, APB2 I click it. So
So
it is
there
also
we.
the same. It's using the same different formula, the divide formula we use it.
So why we have written sir no boxes there in
This is
inverted
just
quotes?
comments we written about that particular. It's
Okay.
totally not related with this. If you don't write it, don't write it. You want to write yes, no, or anything, so you can go ahead. Like if there is a no anything, so you find it will come as a no boxes. But in our data sets, there is we know about like the no boxes at any particular place is available. So that's why we written about the no boxes or something. It's not a mandatory
Okay.
to write about no boxes. So this is
Oh,
APB2 is something like the divide method we use, and APB is again the same calculation is directly divided with the measures, total amount and total boxes.
okay, okay, sir. But sir, my output is different for APB. Since you're getting the APB as a $15, but mine I'm getting $13.31. So I was a bit confused, and I have applied the same formula. 10 to.
Where I'm getting 13, 14.
Not yet, sir. On the report, yes.
APS2 is there.
I guess on the geographical page, you have the yeah, over here, sir. For APB, you have $15 as a total sum, but mine I'm getting as 13.31.
It is some problem with the at your end because the data is same we are using, but why we are getting? What about others? You people are also getting the same or the different things?
No, it is as per your table, sir.
Same. No issues.
Might be some issue will be there, but it should be same will come as here as it is. You have to write this. Yeah, in APB2 you are getting APB, my APB and your APB is same or different.
Different, sir.
Maybe I use about the filter or something, so that's why you use APB. I will go ahead. I use about the dollar and using one decimal here.
One decimal.
So
Still the
always
same. No,
still same.
not matching. Yeah, the decimal is 1, so it is giving me 13.3. That's it.
Just APS2 is same you are getting.
No, no. I have tried with APB, but just a sec, sir. APS. Let me check. No, APS2 is pending at mine, sir. APS2 is pending.
Guys, what about others? Please at least comment in the chats whether you are performing or not. So Javed is already commented. But what about Aditi, Aditya, Ashifa, Aisha, Minosha, Priya, Mukul Sharma, Nityanand, Ravina, Ani, Raj, Shanugam, Sunil Nair, Vaishnavi, and Vasudev. What about the you guys, whether you are able to perform or not? At least let me know because once all the 6 days will complete it, at least you'll get some out.
All good.
Yeah,
All
fine.
fine, sir.
For communicating, but when I will ask during the sessions, at least you have to respond like whether you're performing or not. When I specified the name, you you are telling, but when I'm just asked about like whether you people are done or not, you are not responding. So don't wait about like that. I will always call the name, then you will respond me. Please, when I will ask, please at least respond, guys, so that at least I will get the idea. Because my main motive is that is at least you'll get some understanding about the DAX function, something understand about like because the next week when we are going to meet, we have to create. I will take the fresh data sets with a lot of objectives. We have to set the KPIs and all the things, and we are going to perform some practical implementations to end the dashboards and the report creations and the generations the next 2 days. So during that time, definitely at least you have that kind of a support or that kind of a knowledge, whatever we did today. At least you can create it when I will create about the new measures or that, but etc. etc. things. Definitely you will never face of difficulties or that particular stuff. So please just follow the same things and perform. What about Audish? Still you are not getting anyway. You are to perform whatever the value you are getting. That's fine, but later we can see and we can come to that conclusions why you are not getting the same results. Because the formula, the data sets, everything is same from both the ends. At least we should get it. Might be the also you can check it about one more thing is the whether what I can say that the model it is proper or not. So this is also important part. So please once you get it, you have to verify it. Definitely it should be a same value we should get. So anyway, I'm looking to perform next operations here. So as I talk about the something about the majors and all the things, hope my screen is visible with everyone. Today
Yes.
there will be no internet discontinuities happen. Might be yesterday there was a heavy rain, so because of that might be happen. So let's as I was in the page one. So majors are aggregates and produce a single value. So if you are not getting a single value, obviously you that's the not a proper calculated majors. A value, it can be a numbers or it can be a text, either yes, no, or any numbers. Just like we calculated about the different measures here. Like APB2, you are getting 14.9 or 4560, or whether you are getting about this numbers or anything. So measures are aggregate and they can be anything. It might be a numbers or it might be a text or anything it could do. So please remember about this fundamental about this. So this is some logic I applied it when I create about the APS target about like this year APS2 is greater than 4,600. It may be yes or it may be the no as well. So this is just I written about this DAX query here. So yes, no, I just found it about here in this particular place and I can reach about C. Yesterday, whatever we saw, that was the proper total work is done in the Power Query editor. Please take a note of that particular thing. So otherwise, you will still get a confusions like yesterday, whatever we did, why we are still doing about this. Here we are doing in this particular things to present or to show about the results. The previous yesterday's part was totally about the cleaning the data or the ETL part, extract, transform, and the load. This particular operations, whatever we are performing, it's not about the extract, transformation, and load or ETL or the this the cleaning the data or the merging of that particular part. This is about we are going to showcasing with the help of the POT and the DAX queries. We are going to perform this operations here. So please take a note of that particular part so that you will get the understanding this all this particular stuff. So otherwise still you're getting so whenever we talk about the power query or that particular thing, this is about this power query. It's about the transform the data, transform that particular part. So this particular part you should remember it and try to understand it. Otherwise you will get again and again a problems, all the things. So please remember it. Anyway, measures are aggregate and they can be anything either. So next we have to let's I'm going to adding some more things about here. Uh, like in the cells, I can go ahead adding with one new measures. You can see to it that APS get achieved is equal to if see to it that what I'm writing here about this, if you have to write one thing, so obviously automatically if will come in a pictures, then I'm writing about the APS2 is whatever the conditions I'm writing about the greater than 4,800 or whatever the conditions you can use. 4,600 was right. 600 comma.
600, yes.
Yeah. So this is something I can go give the magic here. Trick you have to hold down your Windows key, cross dot key together. So just see to it that Windows and dot, you will get some. Just a second. This is not there now, so that's the problem. I will face it here. Anyway, see to it that this one trick I'm just showing here, Windows and dot. You can see to it that while pressing with the Windows and dot, you will see the emoji and this particular results here. I can take this manually about this particular reach target. For example, if I'm selecting this particular part, comma. So you are open, comma, and open the Windows and dot key. To not meet the target, you have to use this again as it is. About like I can go ahead and just write about this. Take this side or something. And dot here again. Selecting about this particular part. Yes. So this is done it about this particular part. Yes, this particular part is totally done it here. So why it's coming this particular chart. So you can see that this is a fun trick. I can take it a little bit. So it's done it or not. So I can select it. So APS target can select it. We will can see to it. This is something very nice or the fun trick. You can just remember it. You can do this kind of things as well, like here when the target is achieved, this kind of emojis will come in the pictures. So it's a very simple methods. I just utilize it here. The same things. So that's the beauty of this Power BI and the DAX. You can do it. Lot of operations are there. You need to go ahead and just read the documentations as well. Like if you can go ahead about this, go ahead about here about this particular part. Just a second. Patience. You will see the DAX about all the functions are there. Aggregation functions are there. You can average, count. You can see the count functions are there. So calculated columns, all things are given here about the DAX count, ship date. So this all these functions are given. Firstly, covering all the functions are not possible. Firstly, you have to perform this by your end as well. So we did here and try with different emojis as well. So just remember it. I can go ahead and create in creations with the slicer here. Sorry. This particular thing. So slicer is there. I created here again. Slicer to here. And I'm taking the geography here about this particular slicers, the locations. I can break as the geo. So it's geography I taken as, if I will taking as a New Zealand people. New Zealand geography, you can see this how the people looks like or the how the targeting or not. Australia, if I'm going, if India, if I'm going to select it, I can check it about this. UK, how the shipment targets is going to be achieved. So the targeted is given. So this filter is you can apply it with this particular piece. So it's totally working with this particular models when you apply with the filters and all the things with the geography locations. It's going to be passed here about this, and it's going to be working and with the pupils as it is, and you are getting about the emojis as the output. So because all are the together connected with this particular part. So just remember to now we have to see some more functions called as the distinct. So far we created about near about 7 to 9 different DAX functions with the like if we have shown about two things with the emoji and other emojis, then calculating this sum, the calculating these to amounts about like this APS target, APB, APB2, then APS about this, all the things already we created here. Let's take to understanding. Next important is DAX language. We have to understand it. Let's say I want to know. So salespeople, let's take an not product or something. So this is something I close. It's products. See to that products. Check it out whether each salespersons are going to sell all these products. They are sell only some of them like bars or that particular. So how many different products they are going to sell. So how it's going to be analysis is going to be done it. So again, I'm going to take with the new page. So this is I just taken person, people, target, achieve. This is just given the name for understanding purposes. This is something we have that's already we again I'm going to take it. This is my best way I can always represent it. Easiest way to understand with the table way. So I'm taking the salesperson again. So everyone understand what exactly I'm saying, that this is my salesperson. I want to check it. That is how many salesperson are selling that products like the bars or all the things or any, is there any any things like that? Any chances are there the only salespersons like Andrea Pimpton is selling only the bars, or it might be that's we have to verify it's Barry for the Fogany is selling all the three products like the bars, others, and the third one. Then Brian Boys is selling only the other things or that particular things. Because if you go ahead in this table view about this, I just know bad bytes. So we have to verify it according to this particular part and try to understand it how we can go ahead, because it's something like the distinct or something we'll have to utilize here. So please take a note of that word. This is a third sheet. I just open it here about this. So third particular things on the near third page. The first one is I just created with a geographical way. This is the people target way, and the next one I'm just moving with this and Power Auth about this. We're creating with the reports of this part. So let's see how to understand it. So let's see if I could go ahead with the cells. You can just see the cells here. So salesperson and the product. You can see that salesperson and the product about. So I can go ahead. So this person is how many different products they are selling and that particular things we'll have to verify it. So I can go ahead again here about this particular part. So sales Again, I can go ahead in this particular. It's totally up to you where you want to create it. The majors. I just thought like I have to create in the cells. So majors, because cells is my bigger what I can say that table. So here, so count of products. Take the caps count of count of product. So we have to count rows on the product tables. I'm going which columns, please take a note of that particular thing. So which tables I'm going here, count rows. So product, you can see that products. This is the table. If you can see the table, how looks like, and if you can see that how the functions looks like. So it's a table. Please take a note of this particular things. I selected this products, add this particular things. So it's going to be used here. So count rows of the products. Just see to it that. Sorry, it's fine. This particular things is going to be happening and created. So where I created count of products. So let's we have to calculate it count of products. In the product tables, if you can go ahead and check it, first of all, that's it, products. So these are 22 rows with 22 products are there. So we can go ahead with this and perform this operations. Obviously, this is another smallest. Thing, count of products, if I will go ahead. Salesperson's cost. So you can see that 22, 22, 22 is going to be calculated here about this particular. If you can go ahead and check it about the milk parts and these products, these are the products. So 22 rows are also is available here. So we are getting here. Yes. Why it is not different? Anyone? They're not getting a different. Sorry, it might be everybody selling is everything's. So I'm just going to add some slicer here or something like that. So I can go ahead and use about the slicer. Obviously, in the next session, we'll see about the KPIs. This is some problems when I'm not having in my hand as a mouse, use a laptop. It's very, very problematic for me. And my habit is always using about the mouse. So I always found it difficult while performing the operations. So we can just create it. So I can go ahead with this date. Selecting with the date here. You can see. So I can go ahead with this first week option to something like this. We can do that manually as well. Everybody is selling 2022. So I can take it something like this. So everybody is selling everything. So this is something like the message is there. I mean, calculation is wrong because this is not possible. I think from my earlier as well exam understanding point of view, because if I go ahead with the cells, these are the salespersons. Yes, somewhere is going to be happen if you can go ahead with this data and see to it that so obviously the salespersons are there. You can so only I can ask it. First name is Andrea Kimpton or something. So product is 50% back by on 11th January. He's selling. So obviously it's not possible according to the data as well. That means something is going to be wrong from my end. So we have to make it correct, that particular part as well. So just verifying this particular part. So you can see that salesperson is there and the product is, where is product? Product is, yeah. And the product column is there. Is you can see that. So so you can see that. Check it about this particular part. So this filter is basically going from product to next point. Or we can go ahead in the manage relationship. Problem the two product. Okay, fine. So I'm going to add new images. So I can go ahead and apply here. Let's see how to go ahead in these cells. Again, going with this new measures. Multiple way we can do it. Products, right? When I will use the distinct count, you can say the count the number of distinct values in a column. So please take a note of that. It's all already given. So cells I can take it. So cells, and it will come as the product. You can see that that's number of distinct product in the cells table. When I combine this, example, let's go ahead and check it. So this is done it here. Let's perform the separation here. Still we are getting about like this. So I can select one, 21, 8, 21, 2021. You can see that it's properly we are getting. Some people was Camilla Castle of this having selling over the 14. Just see that someone is Mallory Weber is going to selling of the 16. About you can see that, and there is a 15 as well. So when I apply this particular, I've been getting about this. So with the help of this thing means what actually is going to be happen. Earlier, this which count of the products, if you can go ahead and see that is counting the rows of the products. And when we apply the count rows, it's counting whether the values are repeated or not. It's not going to be take care. It's going to be counting that all rows. But when I apply about this distinct functions, if you can go ahead and just check it about what is the distinct functions or distinct count. So it will take only the count, the distinct value. So that's why I just written about the right of that particular things. So, and we are getting about here, you can just do some a lot of things. So you can see that 18, 19, but here it's going to be same here. So that only you will get about the understanding. This is the like Camilla Castle 17, 22, 22, but here is 17 is also you are getting. If we can go ahead here again, so see to it that for the turn off and turn down is we can see that 13 is going to be changing here. Total is obviously 22 is you are getting, but it's 7. This total per count of products is so 6, but you are getting about like this how much selling is going to be happen here. So please take a note and just try to create it your end as well. We can understand about the distinct functions or distinct count about that particular part. Even if you go ahead and just move ahead about here with the here and the count, you can see that distinct count. So distinct count is also there is about like distinct count the columns, the column that contains the values to be counted. Value in a columns. The only argument allowed to functions. An example is also given. Properly example is given in this documentations. You can learn from this Microsoft.com that distinct count means these documentations of the DAX. Just like this is the particular part is given now resellers USD sales order numbers is going to be. So all this particular part is completely given. So you can use it. There is a distinct count. No blank function is also that you can go ahead and calculate it or check it what it means. So the column that contains the value to be counted, the number of distinct values in columns. Unlike distinct countable does not count the blank value. The function is not supported for use in direct query mode when used. So you can see with that how we can write about in the DAX. This is a DAX function and this is the DAX query. So we are using here about the DAX function, the distinct counts, resellers, USD cells about this particular thing. So distinct count, no blank, we are getting 2 and distinct count is taking. So distinct count is counting the blank value as well, but in the distinct count, no blank is considering it the no blank value as well. So these are the some this DAX functions. You can read it from the documentations as well and try to understand about this particular as well. So that's why I just taken the example so that you will get the understand about even if you can go ahead about this. It's a very interesting and very important steps. You can go ahead and perform this operations. You can say only 2. Like you can see that JU Rutherford is selling only 2 about the counts of the products in this particular period, 1101 to 1502. If you come more here about like this particular part, so this particular part, you can see to it that there is a no sales is going to be happen here as well. So even in this particular, you can see to it that selling is totally going to be changes when we apply the count listings. So just see to it that and try to distinct count is very important. So this matrix is happening all inside here about this cells. So if you are going to expand it, you will see to it that this expansions See, whatever we created about here, whatever we created here about the majors is going to be here. Please take a note of that. In this particular, I think we created one more things in people or the product somewhere we created or particulars, the cells or products, the people we created. So the people we already created here. Refresh it's definitely it's going to be. Yes, anyone's asking something? So guys, hope you people are also created in your end and you observe about the distinct count functions utilize. Let's we have to go ahead with this something more about like mean max and average. And I'm coming to this particular. So again, I can go ahead with this particular parts. So like here, I can come here with the new measures. Yes. Here's so measures. Here you can see with that if you can go ahead in here about like this, just type as a count. So all the count A, count X, count blank, count rows, count X, all the things you will come in here about like this particular part. If X is there, mean is there. So something you have to try at your end as well with the documentations. That's this documentations. Please refer it. So just remember it. Just say, I want to see other products. Also, I'm going to load my shipment. So shipment count is there. So I've taken about product shipment count. I want to calculate like how many shipments are shipment counts where the box are very low or that particular things we have to calculate. If I will go ahead my data here, you can see that this is the data of the sales about this particular the number of the boxes. You can go ahead and check it about the number of boxes. Zero two. You can see that 3360. Small shipment is also there, like 856. Small shipment we can call this. So I'm going to calculate about how many shipments happen when number of boxes is under 50. Let's. So this is something I just that all shipments about like shipment counts 50% dark bytes, 50% dark bytes, 85% dark box, 99% of these dark and pure as well. All the files, Power BI files, you will get it. I will share it. Don't worry about it. Anyway, my question is, hope everyone understand. I'm going to calculate the number of shipments where the boxes count is under 50. I can consider it's about that particular thing. We have to calculate it. So new measures. This is hope everyone are going to be getting a chance of the measures. So in the measures, I have entered it. So calculate functions. We have to use it. So low box shipment calculate is the functions. So I'm using the shipment that's already have the shipment count. Ship count is there. The filters you have to use about like this particular is the boxes shipment. Sorry, sales boxes is under 50. Less than 50, we just decided. So we'll enter it. Low box shipment counts. This is a real world problem. This kind of a problems we have to face a lot of times. So where you so you can see that. This is a total shipment counts, 50% dark byte, but dark bytes shipment counts, but low box shipment count is there, that's 51. 70% dark bytes is about 413, but the low box shipment count is 43. Then 453, 63, 427, 57. According to that, you can see that this is something the low box shipment counts LBS count we just find out here. So let's one more measures I can calculate here. LBS percentage. A lot of measures already I've shown you. You can also try at your end as well. Some functions you can try at your end as well. LBS percentage equal to. So divide is better than the regular division. So divide. So I can use the basic one, the low box shipments, comma, shipment counts. Count is there. Scan it. So LBS, I use it about this particular part. Go ahead with this particular part. So I can go ahead and check it about this LBS percentages. So LBS percentage. I think we are getting. Obviously, we need to go ahead and this particular take the percentage. Consider as the percentage. Percentage. And decimal, if you need it to, that's totally fine. It's totally up to you. You can see that. So this is something we are getting about. So obviously you have to just see to it that try to understand about this, all these things. This is just LBS low box shipment count we calculated here below 50. If you want to set up any other things, you can set up according to your choice. So this kind of analysis we are doing the regular day as a Power BI. Those who are using the Power BI in their day-to-day life, their on job or work purpose, this kind of a things is regularly utilize it. This kind of a thing. So just very easiest way you can do this kind of a calculations and perform that particular box shipment. Yeah, low box shipment is see to it that I can go ahead and verify it. Just like low box shipments, how I calculated it here. It's calculate functions we use it. Calculate functions, and I use about the shipment count. That's already we created about the shipment counts. So shipment count is already, if you remember it, you this shipment counts. I use it here in this particular part. So shipment count, comma, and from the cells table, I taken the boxes, because if you remember it, this is the cells. This boxes is we check about that some boxes having the 8, 9, 10, 50. So we set the conditions here about this particular as these. If you can go ahead about the low box, so which is the less than 50, and we are getting about this particular part as the 50. Uh, Less than 50. So why this 51 and 63 is coming? Anyone? Or is there any problems we got it? This 51 is fine or anything wrong is there? It's a count, huh? So don't think like we will get about the value which is a less than 50 only. It's a count. We are taking about the low box shipment count. Please take a note of that word. Shipment count.
Yes, sir.
In the cells, it's
So
a
number of
box.
shipments.
Yeah, box who is having the less than 50. So it's going to be counted here from this particular parts, and we are getting here the 51. For example, 50% dark bytes. There is total shipment count is 400, but the LBS counts, and in LBS counts you said that the person box count is 50, less than 50. So that's we are getting 51 count of the LBS or the low box shipment counts according to the conditions. So, and this is about only on the basis of the percentage we are just calculated here. So this, so try to understand about this and try to perform at your end as well. So let's again go ahead with the further calculations. So just like we calculate low box shipment counts, I want to count what percentage of my shipment count for my for bar products. I can go ahead. How much of my bar shipments? This is the shipment counts. Just like low box shipments count we calculated, I want to calculate for my bar product count. So I can go ahead and again here apply about the new measures. See that a lot of measures we created here and try to understand it, how we can create it with the different functions we saw here. So I can go ahead. So I can go ahead with this bar shipment shipments is equal to calculate shipment counts. That's very simple. That's I'm just taking it. Here we have to understand it about like here we are not going to calculate like less than 50, greater than 50 or that kind of thing. We are specifying that somewhere in the products. And in the products, that the category is there. If you are aware or not, I don't know. I will later, I can show you. That's product categories. There is a bars. There is a uh, others. There's the two, three parts or the two, three product types are there. So categories. So first of all, the shipment counts. I want to check my the bar, bar category on. So I can go ahead in the part of this product. So you can see the product that's category. I selected a product that's category that is equal to, and I'm selecting here about like this, the bars. Because I think it's written about the bars. So text value is in double quotes, and I will try to enter. So, I'm going to add this tables as well. So this particular things I will get it. So bar shipments. You can see to it that if you can go ahead where it's in this particular part, um, and the category you will see the bars, bytes, and the others as well. So that's we talk about like the bar shipments, about bar shipments, about this particular 453 for this 427, 434, 4818. So this is a way. So obviously in the bytes you will not see only the bars, the dark and pures afternoons. That's almond choco chips, caramel stuff bars. So this kind of things we are getting here about. So suppose if a product is I'm not done, I just want to salesperson here. So I can close this particular things. For example, I'm just closing this particular things. Even the percentage I'm going to like it. Shipment also I can going to remove this particular parts, and I'm just taking with the persons. In the persons, if I will go ahead and just in the persons or the people is there. So salesperson, if I will go ahead, just check it. So this is something we have to go ahead and or you can go ahead with this low box shipment as this is. So you can see that for the person point, also you can calculate it. Like Andrea Kimpton is low box shipment counts means less than 50, that's 43. But the bar shipment is how much? That 207. Total is 1086. 43 low box shipments conditions and bar shipments is 207. So, so just try to understand about this particular part. This is a very, very important. This is a real time how as a data Power BI users who is working on a data analyst project or data analyst task. This is the way we can go ahead and analyze the things. Repeat bar shipment calculations. Yeah, it's a very easy about like the bar shipment calculations. If you can go ahead, I can go ahead with this. First of all, that's what calculations with shipments. That from the shipments I need it. So already we have the shipments things here. You can see that shipments already we created the shipments count as well. You can see with that from this particular part. So shipment count is already you created. So you need to create the bar shipments. So you just created one things like the new majors, and from here you can go ahead with the bar shipments. That's calculate functions. It's going to be calculate about that particular so shipment count. So shipment count will comes when the product category. Product category. So from the products categories, it's a categorical data or the object data or the string data. So we have to write in the quoted form. So please take a note of that particular part as well. So if anyone want, I just giving about like this, you have to go ahead and calculate the bars percentage as well. So bar percentage also you can go ahead and calculate it here. Example, I just need about to calculate new measures as well. You can see to it that new measures are percentage are percentage. So obviously you aware it, you calculate it. Shipment percentage. So I'm always using the divide functions. That's we have to use it. Bar shipments. You can see that bar shipment is already common. And obviously the shipment counts is required it. So shipment counts. Once done it, you can go ahead and take in the percentage. Please take a note of that particular part. So I've taken in the percentage as well. Now the bar per shipment percentage is this. That's why written as a capital. But this particular parts you can take it bar shipment percentage. Also, if you need the LBS percentage as well. So you can see to it this particular part count, LBS count. This is bar shipment, so I can take the low box count and then their percentage. This looks very nice. So bar shipments and their percentage, low box counts and their percentage. So this kind of a suggestions will comes. It's totally up to you. You want to take it or not. This is the way you can calculate it. Just try at your end as well. All please go ahead with this. So these are the calculated functions. So we created the tables. So this is we just did this all this particular operation. So you can calculate higher bar percentage of the bar shipments. Any per se filters you can apply it definitely. So I can filters. This is known as a page level filters. If I'm going ahead, it's the page level filters. So I'm going to apply here about this particular filters on this particular part. So I'm taking about the region here. Please take a note of that cells. I can hide it because I can hide it. This particular things I can hide it. So just take a note of this particular part and use in the locations, and from the locations I can take as the region. Okay. So the region levels I can apply about this particular part. Now, if you can go ahead and check it about the APAC. For example, if you can go ahead and check it about the APAC, you can see this APAC. If you want to check about these Europe, just first of all, unselect it. Yes, see if you want to select is Americas. So Americas, you can select it, Americas. Europe, Europe is going to be selecting in all the things. It's going to be region is not Europe. So region is not Europe or America. See, only a pack is you are getting here about this particular part. If you are going to here and just selecting only Americas, you are going to see that region is not Americas or a pack, only Americas region. So this is the page level filter we are talking about this particular part. Like in this Americas, if you can see that this 50-50, so maybe Morphet and Brightons. You can apply this particular part because this is a bigger page. So close this. So I can go ahead and checking with new measures. Some more things I want to show you for the end of. Can go ahead with this new measures. Here you can go ahead. Shipment. Calculate. Calculate obviously shipment counts. Shipment counts. This is called which tables, that location tables, and the locations you have to go with the regions, and obviously it's about what you want it. I need to calculate the Americas, but I written about this back here. Sorry. So, Americas. You can take the parentheses, so Americans or us. Hopefully, I not did any problem with the spelling mistakes. Stupid. Let's go ahead as well. Calculate about the America shipment here. So just to go ahead here, you can see with that working on it. So I can go ahead with 10 tables. So just see with that. This is my table. See that America shipments. If you want a percentage, you can take the percentage as well. So this is also, you can do this particular filtration. So you need to go ahead with this particular page filters. You can go calculate each regions or the geographical things, shipment as well, or the counts or that particular things with the help of the calculate function. So 146, 139s, like entry accounts. This is a more specified data we can get it. So again, I can go with the filters. You can see that. Six. Back, I will select it. See that this is not going to be about only on this. So we are getting about this. Stick with that. We need to separate of this particular part. The power of calculate is you can introduce the filters about this. So let's we have to perform this one or more two functions. So in the DAX, we are not supposed to create on the new measures as well. Oh, we can get introduce new you get a table as well. Go ahead with the table tools, like if I can go ahead with this particular things, table tools. Sorry. So you can see that new columns, new table is also there. New column and new table is also there. So as today I can going to explain only last 2 days about a new column. So to suppose if I want to know about that is how much amount we generated on Friday. Any particular day you can consider it's about this particular things. About this is which on that particular part. Or any particular month wise also you can go ahead about this particular part. You can also apply the calculate functions, calculate where my dates, like calculate the total amount, where the date or the days would be the Friday or that particular things. So I can go ahead with this particular things. So I can go ahead with the new columns. You can see that new column option is there. Column options. You can see that same pattern you have to apply it. Similarly, you have to use the DAX. I can give this weekday. Weekday function. Weekday functions are there. Cells date. Cells. What is the column number? Cells. Cells. Yeah, date is there. So I was confused about sales date. So you will get about this particular part. Weekday we taken. So you can see that. So you are getting a 3 about this particular things. So we are getting week sales and that date as well. Of this, like this particular 5th Jan or that particular things. Or this particular is the 12th Jan. 2021 is the 340. You can provide alternative one more options here. Sunday or Monday, what we can give it. So just we can, if I will give as a one, what will be the output I can get it? Let's suppose I will get it. I'm getting as a because it will consider for mostly about if I'm going to check about the two, so that will come as a two. The one. First of all, I can go ahead and checking about this. So returns a number from 1 to 7 identifying the day of the week date. So that's why it's you should always remember it. I was forget to mention this particular part, but make sure that it's a date. And you have to go at return. That's returns a number from 1 to 7. So obviously the sales data I'm taking about this particular as the date. If I will count about this 1, 2, 3 as a 7, for example, if I will write it, what I will get an error or error or something because error I will get it. So from where you are going to start, it's either 1, 2, or 3. So this is a particular one basically by default is going to be considered here. So automatically you will get a third Sunday, Monday, Tuesday about that particular things. This particular part you will getting about the 6, 7 max you will getting about this particular value. The tables you can also create a tables with different functions as well. Just remember it. One more things I want to present here. I've taken one more here about like this particular table. Table amount and I'm taking here about this product. Product. I will select it. So this is done it. If I will make it here about this total amount, sorry, we are getting about here to get about like this one majors, one more majors here in this particular cells, majors. Only from so I want to calculate it. Friday amount. This last 5 minutes, not more taking more than that time. Calculate total amount. You can see that specified weekday, weekday because 6 means Friday, right? So that obviously the 6th day is obviously is the Friday. So I have to write about but in the cells. That is strictly I did it about the cells. Columns, right? What is the name of the columns we given? Cells weekday we just given about the column. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking like where is the column is gone. So 7 6 weekday is equal to 6. The sixth one. I'm taking as the sixth one. So Friday amount I'm just going to calculate it. So if I will go ahead and add in this particular let's see to it. This particular only the Friday amounts of the respective product or this particular if you can take the salesperson, you can take the salesperson. If you want to that respective in that particular format of the dollars, you can go ahead and just make a dollars format as well. So automatically you can go ahead and just or also the same filters you can use in the format painter as well. So you can see that a Friday amount only about this particular, so in a weekday. So hope everyone understanding about till here like how we can create with the different functions.
Yes,
So
sir.
there are a lot of way we
Yes.
can calculate it. A lot of way you can calculate it this Friday or any particular specific day or the weekend or that particular. So let's see in the next week when we are going to meet. Obviously, from the first day onwards, I emphasize only the hands-on things instead of doing the PPT on all the things. Hope you people enjoyed the sessions, and definitely we'll meet in the next week, the last week, so that you will get the more ideas about the creations of. So in today's sessions, we saw that's how we can see, perform the operations in the pure tables or the pure of the Power BI, Power Pure, and where we are to utilize about the DAX function with the large data sets, not about the small data sets of 3 to 4 rows. So anyone having anything want to say or anyone having any questions, queries, please let me know. Definitely all these Power BI files will be shared by tomorrow so that you can go through with that particular file and perform some operations as well. Anyone is there want to say something or any steps or any particular things, whatever we performs or I performs, you people not able to understand it, you can comment. Definitely, I'm trying to explain again. So please go through with this and please try to perform some operations at your end. A lot of tax functions are there. You just try to refer it from the documentations of the tax so that you will get the ideas and things like what errors I'm receiving, what problems I did it. So according to that, you will get a lot of solutions as well from your end. So this is for all the second week of this second weekend of workshops done. And we are on our tracks. Definitely, when we are going to meet on upcoming Saturday and Sunday, we are going to create our reports and dashboards with very nice data sets where we have to use a lot of DAX functions and DAX queries as well. So, and according to that, we will finish the curriculums and the workshop as well. Till that time, anyone having any queries or questions, you can ping me or you can discuss with me as well. So thank you so much for your valuable times and quite patient listening throughout the sessions. Till that time, take care. Enjoy your weekends. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time, sir. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.